India and the European Union are signing the landmark India-EU trade deal, which is being called the mother of all deals. And European Union President Ursula von der Leyen said that a successful India makes the world more stable, more prosperous, and more secure. This is as she was attending the Republic Day event. Ladies and gentlemen, today the fact is there is nobody with the USA. She's not saying it, but she would absolutely hate what Trump is talking about these days, the tone. And she and the European Union would love to have a closer relationship with India. Already the EU is India's biggest trade partner. Yes, don't be surprised, America is not so important really. People keep talking about America. And to truly grasp the scale of the deal, 3 or 4 statistics from my side. Trump is completely isolated today. He doesn't know what to do because this is a trade pact between 2 billion people. India is 1.4 billion, EU's 450 million. This is 1 out of every 4 people in the world is connected through this trade deal. In sheer human scale, imagine this. This trade deal links more people than US, China, Japan, and Brazil combined. Economically, this is huge because it connects markets that account for 1/5 of global GDP. Point I'm trying to make is, Trump is not as important at all as he thinks. Trump is actually irrelevant. The more he's shouting these days, he's making less sense because he represents a country with $38 trillion of debt. And there have been tapes released about the internal infighting over the tariffs issue. Elon Musk is out and he is gaping tomorrow. Trump will be gaping as Narendra Modi and Ursula von der Leyen sign the Indo-EU trade deal, because this is not an ordinary deal. This is a continent to civilization agreement, 27 nations on one side and India, the emerging superpower, on the other. And on the one side is all of this happening, activity, because all countries are coming together saying, listen, we've got to talk to each other. What do we do about Trump? Let's ignore him. Let's ignore the USA till Trump is around and hope things change after that. Now, let me tell you what the situation with Trump is. Trump is in a massive mess. He's brought about the culture of hatred, and his ugly, indecent pompousness has made him a standing meme. And there is civil war in the United States that's beginning to break out. Indians are very concerned about the situation there, naturally, because federal immigration agents are going around and killing innocent US citizens. This are the pictures from Minneapolis, ladies and gentlemen. Federal vehicles, totally armored, are going through streets, lights flashing. Masked federal agents are in tactical gear, and across America, white smoke and tear gas canisters are being seen. And all of this in an apparent attempt to search for immigrants. You see, Trump needs to create a villain. He's a laughing stock in America, so he has to create a villain. The global economy is a villain. He goes around saying that the world is treating us very badly. The fact is, Trump is treating Americans very badly, and it is a matter of time before Americans en masse rise in revolt against this pompous man. In the meantime, the economy under Trump has nosedived. Everybody knows it. You know, by the end of that stupid speech that he made at Davos, half the crowd had left. Many were openly booing. Long-term unemployment in the US has hit the highest level in 4 years. Job seekers are not getting work. He's destroyed everyone while his family goes and makes money here, there with crypto deals with Pakistan, over real estate in Gaza. So his family is becoming very rich. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, like the so-called Shah of Iran had to run away from Iran, Trump, the self-styled Shah of the United States of America, is the most hated man in America. And like the last of the Roman emperors, he's not realizing how weak and unpopular he's become. Goldman Sachs saying that US GDP growth is just 2.5%. 96%, ladies and gentlemen, of the cost of tariffs are being paid for by the people of America. And now they are beginning to question, what are we getting in turn? Our country is burning. Our streets are on fire. Our children are being picked up. Small children are being picked up by Trump's agents and being put up in jail, saying they're a threat to American security. Global leaders have now decided, let America go to hell. Let's do business with each other, which is why Europe has finalized this huge deal with India. Europe is basically saying we are hedging against American behavior, unpredictability. Let's work with a more predictable India. G7 has broken down. G7 does not agree on US with tariffs issue, Ukraine, Gaza, or climate commitments. Trump is like a sore loser. He's walking out of the WHO. And at the end of the day, what did Emmanuel Macron of France, who Trump hates, say in his evocative speech at Davos? He said, we do prefer respect to bullies and we do prefer the rule of law to brutality.
But we do prefer respect to bullies, we do prefer science to plotism, and we do prefer rule of law to brutality.
And look at what Canada's Carney said. He said middle powers must act together because if we are not on the table, we are on the menu.
Middle powers must act together because if we're not at the table, we're on the menu.
And Sweden's Prime Minister said that we will not let ourselves be blackmailed. We are not here to obey Trump. So the world is speaking up. Trump is hallucinating. He doesn't realize the situation in America. He is now turned on Americans. His next target will be Americans. He will make his federal agents kill Americans and fight people and governors in different states till there's absolute all-out civil war in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this. There is nobody with Trump today. Nobody with the USA.